Now, this is going to be a fairly quick video, as best I can. I just did a Facebook Live earlier today, and I ended it quick. Tried to save it for permanent, and it's only hit the 30-day only button. That's all they had exposed. And anyway, I wanted to keep it, but I said a lot of stuff I'd like to say. So this is a video. It's got to be short because it's on a phone, and it won't download on this particular phone if it's long. So I have to make it short. And I'm not going to be able to do many videos in the near future. I don't think I'm going to be doing as many videos. I hope I can still slip some in and all that, but it doesn't look like I'll be doing as many. But I said a lot of stuff, and I wanted to say about my purpose and this and that. I'm not a person. I don't even want to try anymore to be a person who's considered presentable. I mean, presentable or up to par, or as somebody who qualifies to do anything. Really, I don't want to. I'm not even going to try anymore, because I've seen most of the people who qualify to do anything. You work hard today. You got to work so hard to qualify to be this, to qualify to be that, to qualify to do this, to qualify to do that, and none of it has to do with character, spiritual character. It has to do with being a good soldier. I mean, that's good, but as far as teaching and all this kind of stuff and preaching and going to college and getting a degree and all that, I've done it before. I mean, but I don't know that didn't tell me where I should really spend my time, because my time, I am a natural philosopher, but I just have learned some new things, and I'll try to summarize what I did in that video in part now. I've learned a lot of new things recently because I've not been robbed in a while. And so I've had recovering from being robbed is a lot. It distracts you from a lot and from learning a lot, and it steals your friends. The worst thing it does is it steals people that could be your friends from you, and not just because they're not understanding or whatever. It's because, but they do shun you. A lot of friends will shun you, but at the same time, it's because you lose the ability to visit people and communicate face to face and all that. So I've had a habit of, I don't talk to people on the phone, not because I can't, but they couldn't. And now that I'm to a point where there's people in my life where I don't think I could waste my time talking to them on the phone after trying to remend all these years, because I got a purpose in life. Life is short. We're going to die. I believe in Christ who rose from the dead. I don't believe any of our qualifications matter that we've done on earth. Nothing about college, nothing about the money we made, nothing about that matters afterwards. It does. We are taught to be good stewards of that, try to be good stewards. But we have such a divided society that churches encourage stealing. They encourage theft for people who would use a drug, right? I think I'll just come straight out. I'll quit trying to excuse it. I think that's totally backwards. I think that we put drugs in the hands of the devil, in a sense. So should you go buy drugs from an illegal dealer who's working for the devil? No, from that context. But in the other context, they do have good medicine mixed with bad stuff. So people don't understand that. But to simplify it, we'll just say drugs are not of the devil. They're medicine. They're very risky, no matter what kind, including caffeine. And they're all risky and dangerous. You try to stay away from them, right? Let's just summarize that. But we got a huge trick going on, and the whole church is falling for it. And everybody shuns anybody who's involved with that. And then you got to segregate as a society. But the truth is, you're allowed to steal from people who use drugs. You're allowed to steal from somebody who gets drunk. And so people kill each other. Some people kill each other because they're not going to let somebody steal from them. They kill the thieves. And so that's what happens out there. They have their own vigilante justice. And we've been forced them into that. They don't have. So there's that crazy stuff. I mean, it all exists. And but who's the craziest? The people that keep saying, well, that's their fault, they got robbed. And they go to church and they say that. And they're supporting the thieves. They don't even know it, really, but I'm just spelled it out to you. So you know it. And so I get caught up in that, and I've been robbed a lot because my friends are out there. I would say my favorite people in the world are other people who have been slaves or been robbed. And that's my favorite people. I think I have friends amongst those who have experienced those things. And that's whether I'm not saying I've met them, but that's where I think the people I have something in common with are. That's where I think there probably are some good people versus the ones over here judging and hating and saying it's their fault they got robbed, instead of making a law that, instead of putting medicine in the hands of scientists, which makes it no longer of the devil. You put it in the hands of legal scientists, and it's no longer of the devil. You're the one that's created drugs being of the devil. Now, alcohol is legal, but if somebody abuses the alcohol, they've allowed their mind to be given to the devil temporarily. But we generally don't have people having that forced down them or tricked into using it and all this kind of stuff. And it's not in their face in the street. It's at the store. If they don't want to use it, they don't have to. And so that's good. And they can, but it's risky. Obviously, it's a risky medicine. You call it a medicine. It's a risky medicine. It can cause you to misbehave. And you should be held accountable for your behavior. Accountable meaning go to a rehab or quit drinking if it causes you to misbehave. Cut back. Switch to something else. All those things, right? So this is all logical. I don't want to just go into that. But I'll just say what I've learned new, though, is that I've been trying to make friends with a lot of people who just don't want to be my friend. And I've done that for family and stuff, for the older adults and all who want us to be friends. I've done that for a long time, tried here and there. And people don't want to be my friend. They don't want to be friendly to me. And I think, so for me to judge, and I didn't really want to be there. So I wanted to make peace. I wanted to see if, at least make peace, build an understanding, and see if there was ways we could work together to make a better world, right? Because the way you make a better world is not by being a better person. People think it's by being a better person. You make a better world by teaching people how to be a better person. You make a better world by teaching yourself how to be a better person. And you make a better world by being able to share those things. You make a better world by working with people to understand we got to plant those seeds of truth. We got to plant those seeds of reality so people can make themselves a safer person, make themselves get along with society better, make themselves see God, first of all, make themselves be able to see God through lies. And then you work on making yourself a better person. I mean, I'm coming from when I say you can't make a better world by being a better person, you do in part. But I've always tried to be a better person. But that doesn't make other people want to be better people. It might sometimes. But you got to teach them to. You got to teach them how. You got to squash lies. You can't vote for a terrible leader, a leader who hates God, and expect a better world. You can't vote in a leader who loves God and not contest all the people who lie about him and make it seem like the world's worse. And while they purposely produce COVID to make Trump look bad, for instance, and then you let them lie and say that Trump came up with COVID. Of course he didn't come up with COVID. They did that to try to make Trump look bad. The Democrats came up with COVID, or their friends did. China did it. That's their friends. Okay, New World Order friends, I'm saying. So Miley Cyrus, you got her saying she's going to leave the country if Trump gets voted in. I say, hey, let's just vote for Miley to leave the country. Even if you don't like Trump, vote for Miley Cyrus to leave the country because we'll have a better country without Miley Cyrus. So frankly, because she's all about sex promotions and hating people like Trump. She hates people. I'm not hating Miley, but we have a better country without Miley because she hates people. The people who hate Trump hate people. The people who hate Candace Owens hate people. We don't hate Obama. We disagree with Obama. And you lie and call that hate. Those people lie and call it hate. Obama's abortion, we don't hate Biden. We hate his abortion. People like the peace because we've been kind to Biden. The people who oppose Biden have been pretty kind. And it makes it seem better, but they're killing our country. Right? And then media blocks all this stuff, results of, they block it when you show it on Facebook to try to inform people. They don't want you to see the truth. They lie about who's racist. They want, America should be the most non-racist country in the world because it has white people that aren't racist, and you should want all the black people and Indian people and Asian people to come here who are not racist. But the Democrats are trying to bring all the racists here. They're bringing all the racists who hate white people, lying to say that America's a white racist country. And then they've promoted black racism here the whole time. And so they lie about so many things. And, people like LeBron James and Will Smith and different ones, they might be, I'm not saying they are for sure, descendants of slave masters, not slaves. Slave masters. They act like they're descendants. They support the slave masters, the Democrats. They support, that's the slave party. And socialism is slavery. They're trying to get rid of capitalism, which says pay people for their labor. Pay people for their labor. I'm looking at the clock because it's getting short. So pay people for their labor. That's capitalism. That's good. Until you get a monopoly, then you got to have rules against the monopoly. And we do. But guess who's end up monopolizing and lying and saying, you got to hire, it's racist if you don't hire this black person, if you don't hire this. And so you hire every gangster who has no desire of repenting. I'm not going to say all of them don't have a desire of repenting and living well, but they purposely hire ones that are anti-marriage, anti-family, pro-abortion, and they say they're putting them in because they're black. They're not putting them in because they're black. They're putting them in because they're pro-abortion. They're putting them in all the jobs on TV. And they're promoting racism. They're putting racist black people in positions, not because they're black, but because they're racist. And so, but Will Smith and LeBron James, I don't know how much LeBron knows. He's a busy guy with basketball. It's busy to stay in shape the way he does and play all those games. So I don't know what he realizes he's been lied to about. I hope he just doesn't realize some things that he's lied about and he learns. I hope he opens his mind and heart and learns, but he can't be hating Trump and learn anything. I'm not talking to you. I'm not listening. That's LeBron James with Donald Trump and people. He won't listen. He's never heard their views. So, I mean, that's hate. I've listened to Obama's views and I've tried to even qualify, okay, maybe he's trying to help here. And I just can't qualify his views. And plus he lies a lot too. He lies about Trump too. Right. So Trump is not a racist. He gave $200 billion to black folks. Billion in America, black Americans, for business and college, not for drugs. Right. The Democrats might be mad that he didn't give it to the drug cartel, the black drug cartel. There's a white drug cartel, black drug cartel, but he didn't give it to the black drug cartel or the white drug cartel that feeds blacks fentanyl and kills them. Is that what Democrats hate him for? Because he didn't give it to them? I mean, come on now. So I got to close this out or it's not going to download. It might not download anyway to Facebook. It'll download to YouTube, I think. So anyway, I'm not sure I'll be able to make a lot of videos, but I've made decisions not to be friends with, and I have peace about it. We'll be friends from a distance. I'll put it like that. I made decisions not to be close friends with certain people. And that's in family and stuff too. And that was part of what my video was about. And I explained it in the live video that's going to get cut off in 30 days. And I can't change that. I can't go back and change it. I can't figure out how. But anyway, so I wanted to make a quick video talking about that. That's more permanent. And I just don't have time to say anymore. So Merry Christmas. God bless and rise with. God so loved all the people of the world that he gave his son to die so that we can live forever with him if we trust in his holy name. That's from John 3:16, and it's a Christmas song and Easter song. You can do it for both. All right.